Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good, thank you. How are you?
I am very good. I'm really good.
Good.
Absolutely smashing.
How's your week been?
Great. It was birthday week. It was birthday celebrations. So I literally feel like I spent the week eating.
Bit of it.
Like in a good way, like not like not bad foods, but a lot of my birthday celebrations revolved around seeing family or friends, lots of different people in different, different ways.
Yeah,
But with food involved, I am a foodie.
love
I do
it.
love food. I do appreciate really good food.
Yes.
So, it's turned the big 4-0 last week. I
Oh,
was
love
like, how am I
it.
going to feel about this? I'm like, it's just age is just a number. Not going to lie, I did have a couple of moments. I was like, oh, it feels a bit weird. Actually, I've been to the hospital this morning, and the doctor said to me, and how old are you? And I went, 40. I just felt a bit weird,
First time
just
you
that
kind of just said
next.
it.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
40. Like, no, I'm 39. It's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. So it's just that next chapter, isn't it? And I'm totally cool with it. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about it because, like, you're only old as you feel. That's the right thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I don't ever want to stop playing. I don't ever want to stop being silly or goofy or clowning around. Like, I have no intention. So like my age
Yeah.
doesn't define how silly I can be.
No, I love it.
I keep being silly. We keep playing and keep having fun.
I love that. Oh, that's a 40th
Yeah.
message right there, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So it was a wonderful week, thank you. It was just so nice to receive so many lovely messages. Obviously I received some beautiful crystals from
Oh.
Charlotte. I was like, Mark was like, what's that? And the girls were like, ooh, shiny. I'm like, get off, these are
Yes.
my crystals. And a beautiful card that you wrote me with some absolutely wonderful words. And I just received loads of messages from friends. There was definitely a common thread about how I'm an inspiration and my positivity. I'm like, damn, yeah, why did I shy
Yes.
away from that for so many years? And now I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm here to spread positivity like confetti. Let's do this. Like, I'm
Oh,
not
I
shying
love
away
that.
from that anymore. So yeah, a really wonderful week, thank you. Everything from having we did escape rooms, we went
Yeah.
for Indian tapas, we went for a good old carvery roast with the family. Me and Mark and I, we did a fine dining Michelin star experience. Was amazing.
Oh, yes. I've not even caught
um
up with you on that. Was that
yeah, it
delicious?
was very good, very good.
Amazing.
So yeah, just a really good week, thank you, celebrating me. And it was
Yes.
actually quite interesting to see, like, I had lots on in terms of celebrations, but how I could still we met up on the Tuesday, which is my birthday, didn't we? We did some work, and
Yes.
I'm like that feels amazing. Like, I actually want to
Yeah.
go to work. I'm like, work in inverted commas. I want
Yeah.
to go to work on my birthday because this is my passion. This is my life, and it doesn't feel like work. And
Yeah.
that was really good. And it was just amazing to see, like, how much I fitted in last week when we actually you double down and sort of be laser sharp focused, because I could still get stuff done
Yeah.
amongst doing other things as well, which felt really, really good. So yeah, really great week.
That's
Really great week.
amazing. I love that. I
How
love
was
that.
yours? How was your week?
Yes, it was good. Yeah, no, all good. I had a bit of a last minute trip to Cornwall on
Yes.
Friday,
Hmm.
where bless them, my mum and dad, their dog was poorly and ended up in the vets down there. But my mum's got hospital appointments this week up here. So it was a case of I need to get mum from there to here. So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll come down and drive her back up on the Sunday. So I had 36 hours in Cornwall, which is a five
Yes.
hour drive from me. And it took me about 6 or 7, thanks to
Oh
the
wow.
traffic, but it's all
Oh.
good. I listened to an audiobook and I've nearly finished it. So how amazing is
Yeah.
that?
I was going to say, when you said you were doing the drive, I was like, in the car on your own. I know what's coming. Audiobooks,
Yeah,
like, it's just a great opportunity, isn't it, to do that? So amazing.
it was. I listened to Gabrielle Bernstein, The Universe Has Your Back.
Hmm.
And I think I'm on chapter, I want to say 9, and I think there's 12. So yeah, I got a good way through it
Yeah.
and learned so much on my journey,
Oh.
which was incredible. And yeah, then I woke up on Saturday. And obviously, as you know, on the podcast, if you listen to a few of the episodes, I'm really enjoying cold water right now. And I've always loved the sea. I've always loved water. And winter's not stopping me. Like literally, which has been so freeing. But I won't lie, the thought of going on my own, all of these thoughts came in like, oh God, what are people gonna think? Like literally getting in there in my costume in what are we in March? It's like
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody thinks. And I had to really
No.
sit with myself and go, do you know what? Like, no, if I saw someone doing that, I'm gonna go, hell yeah, look at it going in there. Um, so I had a chat to myself, and me and my dad walked down. He came with me, and bless him, he filmed the whole thing. I was like, "Oh, Dad, could you get like a picture, a little video, or something?" And bless me, stood there filming the whole thing. Um, so I did that, and then I was obviously there to travel back on the Sunday, and I was like, "Oh, shall I go for kind of squeeze one more in?" Because what I have learnt with myself is I do things a lot better in the morning. If I have
Yeah.
time to think about it in the afternoon, I will talk myself out of it, and I'll be like, "Absolutely not. It's too cold." So I woke up I set my alarm for 5:55, my usual little alarm, and I peeked out of the window and I thought the weather forecast said it was cloudy. So I was like, oh, there won't be a sunrise. Peeped out. And oh my goodness, I saw orange sky. I was out of my bed
Yes.
like there was no tomorrow. I was like, got my costume straight on. I was like, Dad, we're going. He was up. Got down there and I just had a moment in that water of going, this is what I've really wanted,
Mhm.
a sunrise in the water. And here I am doing it in March. It's blooming freezing because the wind was quite intense.
I love it. I saw the video. Sorry, just you put it on our Instagram, haven't you? And I just loved it. I just looked at it and the biggest smile on my face. I was like, Mark, look at this, look at this, like look at that sunrise. Look, she goes into the
Yeah.
water. She
Yeah.
goes into the water. It's like this is just so beautiful to watch. Oh, so
Yeah.
proud of you.
Oh, it was everything. And I think going there, obviously without the girls, without Dens, without kind of any looking after anybody
Yeah,
else but myself, I could just walk down there. But I wanted to say it also made me realize it still wasn't comfortable because I had to push through those thoughts and those things to get there. And that was
yeah,
what was really interesting. I feel like this whole journey has been about getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. And there is
yes,
so much life in the uncomfort, like so much fun, so much playing, like you say, so much goodness in the uncomfortable things, like those feelings that we feel after, like the fastness of how we move and propel ourselves forward when we do something that feels a little bit scary or a little bit uncomfortable
yeah,
is everything. And I really took that away from that experience, I think, this weekend.
yeah.
Um, for sure. So yeah, that was me.
That's great, and you're so right. Like it is getting comfortable with being uncomfortable because that's where the growth is. Like we know that when we
Yeah.
push through, and we get into this uncomfortable space, and there's fear, there's all sorts of stuff around it, and we go through that. That the growth is on the other side, the evolution,
Yeah.
the expansion, the living. It's all there. It's all there for
Yeah.
the taking. But we sit so comfortably, don't we? And are
Yeah.
afraid to just step that toe out of the comfort zone. Like that's why it's called the comfort zone because it's so
Yeah.
freaking
I
comfortable.
know.
But it's just so it can feel set like samey and just that there's nothing's happening and
Yeah.
um yeah,
It,
to step out of that.
yeah. And it was interesting because the uncomfortable bit wasn't actually the thing.
No.
It was the getting to the thing. When I'm stood
Yeah.
there, I've got my costume on. I know I'm going in. It's not
Yeah.
a shadow of a doubt about that. The uncomfortable bit was getting there.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, yeah,
just
absolutely.
isn't it funny?
Yeah.
So actually the thing that we want to do isn't often the scary part of it.
No.
It's the getting there and
And
just
where's that all coming from? The mind, the thoughts.
It is.
It's all the chatter. It's all the
Yeah.
chatter in the head. And we spend so much time up in our minds, in our thoughts, in these words, in these
Yeah.
weeds.
Yeah. Oh,
And we're just
weeds.
like, and it's shifting into the body, isn't it? It's moving away from that. It's quietening the mind.
Yeah.
That's why meditation is so, like, I know we both love to meditate, like,
Yeah.
and part of that process is piecing apart the thoughts, or putting the thoughts to one side for a moment and just quieting the mind so that you can
Yeah.
be, this,
Mm.
rather than this constant thought. And that, like you say, I love the way you've, like, painted that picture, that actually standing there in your costume, you knew you were going in. That wasn't the uncomfortable bit, but it was the bits in between, the waking up in the morning and getting into that costume and getting into the water.
Yeah.
It was all the chatter and the, what will people think, and what if this the what ifs,
Yes.
little
Yes. Like, go away. Go away.
in the head, and we can do so much with that,
Yeah.
so that we can, over time and over practice, and with discipline and willingness and
Mm.
effort, because
Yeah.
we're not going to wake up in the morning and go, I now just nip into the sea in March, without any fears or worry or what ifs or this, that's, and the other. Like, it takes effort.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that effort and that willingness and that, like, reason why,
Yeah.
like, we know that we have to strengthen these things with a deeper reason why. And you wanted to see that sunrise, you wanted to feel alive.
Yeah.
And we have to do that so that we can move through that uncomfort.
Mm.
And then next time it's a little less uncomfortable. And next time it's a little less uncomfortable. And the next time it's like
Yeah.
that mind is just, I'm just being, I'm being, and it's just allowing me this space to just do the things and live.
Oh, absolutely. And it's funny because it opens so many doors, doesn't it? Like, I've just, like, kind of sat back and gone, that's so me to go and do that, to go and just get in the seat at that point in time. But I've not done it because of the chatter for so long,
Yeah.
and, like,
Yeah.
putting other things ahead of it. And that was painting a bit. I mean, I did 5 minutes in there yesterday
Mm,
morning. This is what I said to my dad. This isn't even long.
mm,
Obviously, getting down there, there's no hanging about. You get your clothes off, you get in. Like, you literally, you get out and you get your clothes back on.
yeah.
So really, 15 minutes
Yeah.
of complete me time. It doesn't have to be, and obviously, like, I mean, it depends where you live. And obviously, for me, I was in Cornwall. I'm not, by the sea where I am now. But yeah, that was 15 minutes, and I nearly stopped myself thinking, oh, but I'll stay at
Mm,
home, and I'm here, to be with my mum and dad, and
yeah.
that was 15 minutes for me. And then I was with my mum and dad for the rest of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
Like, that chatter
mm,
that we do. I was making excuses not to go in.
yeah.
I knew my why was strong. And I was like, why
Yeah.
is my why strong? Because I want to live to the absolute full right now and for the foreseeable.
And those excuses keep you safe, don't they?
Yeah.
Because there's fear around those excuses.
Mm,
And I don't know if this is relevant, but you just got me thinking about celebrating my birthday last week.
yeah.
I never thought I'd celebrate my 40th sober. I never thought that on my
Yeah.
agenda last week. Historically, it would have been about, like, where are we going for bottomless brunch? Where we, just drinks
Yeah.
seem to would have featured quite highly in the 40th celebrations. Nothing. I'm so, like, and like, I'm chewing Mark's ear off on the morning of my birthday, because we went for a walk, went for a good few mile walk together. We just stomping through the woods with, like, muddy boots. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning after school drop off.
Yeah.
And I was just rabbiting onto him. I was like, I feel so liberated. I was like, I'm living. I never thought I'd turn 40 and spend it totally sober. I was like, this is high definition. Like, and I'm so happy about this.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm sharing this is that when I decided to go on this sober adventure, alcohol-free adventure, there was a lot of it was uncomfortable. It was
Yeah.
massively uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking now, there was so much chatter
Yeah.
around. It was all about other people. What are
Yeah.
people going to think? Am I going to be the boring one? Will I still get invited? The questions, what are you then, Kat? Are you sober? How long what are you doing this for? And just so much up in
Yeah.
my head that was uncomfortable. And over time, I've had to kind of work through that, and yeah, it was just uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable,
I
but
love
now it
that.
feels a lot less uncomfortable. So we went out for a meal on Wednesday night, and bless them, the restaurant we were in, they made a fuss of us. And they brought over this like sparkler thing attached like this bottle of prosecco. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I was really extremely grateful. I was like, Mark, you've got yourself a nice bottle of fizz there. But like, you know, I
Yeah.
think I might have felt like if that was early on in my journey, I would have felt really uncomfortable about that. Like, oh, I need to tell them I'm so, but like, no, I don't. We'll just take the bottle away and Mark can drink it. Like, nobody needs to, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. But I was totally chill with it. I didn't feel the need that I had to drink it or anything. And
This was another thing. This is what me and Kat do. You
yeah,
see, we obviously do so much with TAGC, don't we? That I'm like, I feel like I need a week with you just to actually catch up on like all the other
yeah.
stuff as well. Because I'm like, I forgot to
Let's have it now.
also,
Let's catch up now. Let's catch up. Let's do
I
it.
forgot to really like just go wow with that one. Like you
Mm,
just turned 40 sober, and that's incredible. And
yeah,
like I think we're both really on the same page with this, aren't we? Where
yeah,
it's allowed us to live more,
yeah,
like you say, in HD, not make excuses not to do the things. Like if I
yeah,
was drinking on that Friday night, not a chance would I have been in the sea
yeah, yeah, yeah.
on that
Absolutely,
Saturday morning. Like no way. Or the
absolutely.
Sunday. And like that is just, yeah, just absolutely be so proud of that because that's
Thank
incredible.
you. And do you know what? I just couldn't be happier about
Mm.
that decision I'm making right now. And I still don't know. Am I sober forever? I don't know.
No,
To
I
be
don't know. Yeah.
continued. Watch this space. And you know, I've let go of that because I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't
Yeah.
need to know. I don't need to know that there are little things in my mind at the moment. Like Mark and I, for my big present, we're off
Yes.
to Barcelona for 5 days. Just the two of us. I can't wait. I
Yeah.
booked us into a 3-star, 3 Michelin star restaurant, which is like, oh my god, big bucket list thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that would probably be the place to have a glass of wine. Like if the wine's going to be good,
Yes.
3 Michelin stars going to be good. However, I'm like, do I really need to have that glass of wine? Like, so I'm undecided.
Yeah.
I'll
And
keep you
that's
updated.
okay.
I'll keep you, and
Yeah.
that feels okay as well. But if I did, oh my gosh, I'll be drinking from a completely different
Yeah.
place. I will not be drinking to get drunk to take away all the shit that I don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
Like I'll be drinking because that wine is good,
Yeah.
and
And it
it's
complements
got
the
all,
food and
yeah, and it's got all the flavors, and really appreciating it for what it is,
yeah.
not as a tool to just mask over, shadow, hide away from, ignore,
Yeah.
dealing with all the crap.
Yes.
Like now sober, how can I deal with it? Like if the kids are having a woohoo day, it's not I need a glass of wine, I need a gin. And I'm just for everyone here, I'm not judging anybody that drinks. I
No.
used to drink and I used to grab that glass of wine as
Yeah.
my coping mechanism, but I choose different ways now. I choose
Yeah.
different ways. And that is, at the moment, it's just walking out of the room and taking some big, deep breaths and having a good word to
Yeah.
myself and just thinking about how I want to parent. And that has taken practice and that takes time
Yeah.
and that takes a lot of awareness. But that's what, when you do the inner work, they get the beauty of raising that awareness and doing that. So, um, where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? I can't remember. Lost my
Just
train of thought.
yeah, no, just a little one on that is like you say, you find different ways rather than reaching for that glass of wine. And I absolutely was there as well. And again, like we are not judging anybody for drinking at all. Like I think
No.
this is such a personal journey. What we do share is obviously how powerful it's been for us.
Yeah.
But I remember in the beginnings of that journey actually, and it was like find something else to do. And it took quite a while to like kind of fill that, felt like a void.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now that's come naturally as well. Like for me, I'll whip my headphones on, just lie on the sofa and listen to a meditation. And
Mm,
I'm loving obviously all the spirit, like kind of on my spiritual journey and stuff. And yeah, I just thought I'd share that those
yeah.
things do come in time. Like this isn't an easy journey. And I think we've mentioned many times of actually, I think as we progress on this journey, we would love keep letting us know if anyone is interested in this journey because we
Yes.
would love to obviously create something that kind of like makes this accessible to more because
Yeah.
we obviously had each other and we really needed each other through that time because it can be a lonely
Yes.
place where you can sit and think you're the boring one. What we want to
Yes.
say, you're not the boring one. And
No.
it's actually, when you look at the two lives of Charlotte a year ago, who was drinking, fine and getting up in the morning, still a bit tough, to Charlotte, who this weekend got in that sea in the middle of March, and in whatever degrees it was, like, which one is actually living more? I think this Charlotte right now is, and like, she's less
she is. You
boring.
don't think
Yeah.
she is.
Oh yeah, no,
She
she
is. And she's no less, but she's no less boring. That makes it sound like you were boring before. She's not boring. There is nothing boring about
no.
you. You were not boring then, and you are not boring now.
Thank you very much.
But you are absolutely living more.
Yeah.
And just on that, like Saturday night, the celebrations have massed over a week. We went out with some friends, the three couples, and I think initially going sober was I'm gonna miss out like on just the vibe of having a few drinks. And we went out Saturday night, and I had such an amazing time. And you know why? Because they're incredible friends.
Yeah.
And I was in incredible company, and I barely laughed. And I had so much fun, and the energy was so high. And I drove home, and I was just buzzing because I'd had such a wonderful time. But I could remember it all the following morning. That was even better.
Yeah.
Like, because there's often times where I woke up on a Sunday and there'd be like bits missing from the night, like, oh, I don't remember that conversation, or just a bit blurry. And but yeah, so I just had the best time. Like, it felt more. There was no lack. I was in far more abundance. Like, I had my Cobra, my zero free
Love
Indian
it.
beer lager, whichever it is, which is great actually. But nothing was missing. Nothing was missing. Far from it. Quite the opposite. Everything was
Lived it
there.
all.
Yeah. So shout out to them, because that was just it's the people. It's not in the glass. It's in the people.
I love that. It's not in the glasses, in the people.
It's in the people.
Can't hold it. I love that.
Oh, so yeah. So anybody that's listening,
that little quote's coming to our Instagram soon.
Yeah. If you are sober curious, self-development curious, we are your people. Honestly, like, you don't have to do this alone. Reach out to us. Let us know if you're starting this journey, whether that's sobriety or self-development, inner work. Just reach out to us, because we really, really are here for you. And we've been doing this between us now for quite some time, and you'd had the ups and the downs and the ins and the outs and the highs and the lows and all the bits in between. And we're just here to share our journeys with you and help you and serve you as best we can.
And let's get comfortable with being uncomfortable, like, because there's so much life there.
Yeah, and it's nice, isn't it? Because I know now, I get it. Like, when I'm feeling comfortable, I'm like, come on. Come on, I need to get uncomfortable. I need to shake it up, because I get a bit bored. It's that plateau, that boredom, that staleness.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no growth here. What can we get really uncomfortable about?
Yeah.
At the start of last month, the start of Feb, we went and did a guest speaker slot, didn't we, to a bunch of students? Like, that was uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
It was uncomfortable, but like, now I'm like, oh gosh, that was amazing.
We've not actually mentioned that, and like, how liberating was it? So me and Kat both stood up there, didn't we? And one of the first slides that we shared was, we asked them a question, and we said, why do you think we nearly said no to being here today? If anyone has take a guess, it was fear.
Yeah.
We had someone say you couldn't be bothered, and we were like,
yeah, more no, no. Absolute opposite to that, mate. We are all the bothered.
Yeah, but we were absolutely terrified. And I think I remember I held my hand up, and it was like, you can't see this now if you listen on podcast, but my hand was shaking.
Yeah.
And like, that was so liberating, because I'm just like, oh, do the things that scare you, because that is what, like, we're all scared. I think sometimes when I relate back to, like, being in school, and you think that teachers have it all together, and you think that we're all like got it all figured out. None of us have it all figured out. We are all walking on this way and just seeing what happens. So let's have fun in the process. Let's do the things that scare us. Let's do the things that make us uncomfortable.
Yes.
And let's acknowledge that everybody else is doing that as well. So let's grab a piece of that ourselves and see where it takes us. So yeah, maybe our little takeaway this week is do something that's a little bit uncomfortable, and let us know how you get on. Be
Yeah,
proud of
get
it. Be
comfortable with the
really proud of it.
uncomfortable. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, get comfy
Yeah.
with the uncomfortable. And let us know what that
Amazing.
is. Let us know what that
Yes.
is. I
Yeah.
know we've got one of our members who's doing, I'm sure she won't mind us sharing this.
Yes.
She's doing something today. She's stepping out of her comfort zone and she's
Yeah.
gonna smash it, man.
She
I
is.
can't wait to hear
Oh,
from her. I've got an alarm set
have
to
you? He
reach for us
loved
to
that.
reach out to her just before
Yes.
she does the she's doing a presentation to 500 students. And the topic is the power of our
Yeah.
thoughts. And honestly, this member, she's on this rocket. She's
Yeah.
moving, man.
Yeah.
She's
I
making
wish I was
waves.
sat there. Like I could just want to listen.
I know, I know. She's honestly, she's going to absolutely nail it. I'm so excited, and she's totally acknowledged that she's stepping out of her comfort zone, but she
Yeah.
knows why she's doing it because it's bigger
Yes.
than her.
Yeah.
It's bigger than her. Like sharing a room of the power of your thoughts to these young students, like they need to hear this. Like we should be
Yeah.
taught this in schools, man, that our thoughts
Yeah.
have the power of our thoughts.
Yeah.
And she's doing it. She's making it happen. I'm so proud of
Incredible.
her.
Oh,
Oh,
same. Oh
amazing.
gosh, amazing guys. So yeah, as ever, reach out to us. We love to have a conversation with you. We're here for you. We believe in you, and we will see you next week.
Yeah. See you next week, guys. Take care.
All right, bye. Bye
Bye.
everyone.